My name is Cameron Wingrove, and I'm here today to teach you how we are going to replace negative self-talk with positive self-talk so that you can confidently hit each golf shot. Before we get started, I just wanted to give you guys an interesting fact which Jack Canfield, a professional motivational speaker and success coach, mentioned that will help highlight the significance of this mental barrier. Did you know that research suggests that we have 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day, and of these thoughts, 80% are negative? This is a crazy number that just goes to show that we spend so much of our day telling ourselves that we are not talented enough or not smart enough, that it leads us to shying away from things that we have worked so hard for and are truly deserving of. Negative self-talk can be defined as using negative words and phrases while thinking or talking to yourself. As a golfer, negative self-talk affects us in a very significant way, as when we believe something is possible, we are more likely to achieve it. But the moment we feel something is impossible, we become instantly less motivated and start saying things like, I will never make that putt, I will never hit that fairway. Negative self-talk is something which affects a wide variety of athletes as well as ordinary people. If left untreated, it can pose serious harm to that individual in the long run, as it can lead to further mental barriers being formed. For instance, if negative self-talk were to go undressed for a long amount of time, it could lead to an individual forming a negative bias, as all they can think about are the bad experiences instead of the good ones. The real problem is that in the long run, this negative self-talk reinforces the irrational ideas or fears you already have. Each time you repeat one of those negative phrases, you are just making your irrational belief stronger. The first step in replacing the negative self-talk is to first identify your negativity by asking yourself, why am I feeling like this? We are trying to identify the source of where your stress and anxiety is coming from. Through asking yourself, was it your expectations of yourself or a recent event that has led you to resort in your negativity and negative self-talk? We are trying to identify the source of your anxiety. The second, after identifying your source, is to change your perspective about the situation. Instead of focusing on the negatives, look for the positives. Stop by asking what you can learn from this. What are some positive takeaways from this situation? Write these positives on a piece of paper. For the last step, I now want you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and slowly have a deep breath out. When you breathe, try and pay attention to what your body is telling you. Try to pinpoint those thoughts, feelings, sensations your body is feeling. Simply just feel them. Recognize these thoughts and feelings and note that it is not reality. You do not need to attach these thoughts, just let them go. Try this activity for 2 minutes. After the 2 minutes, I want you to open your eyes and look back at the piece of paper where you wrote your positive takedowns. Notice how all these ideas are just thoughts, not actually reality. This goes to show how important it is to focus on living in the moment and just worry about the task at hand. Through self-awareness and positive self-talk, we can become confident in our abilities as we are able to consistently hit good golf shots, as well as we are positively reminding ourselves of these shots. The reason we are starting to hit good shots is because during our pre-shot routine, we are erasing any doubt in our mind and reminding ourselves that it is important to embrace the moment. A great example of this would be closing your eyes as you're just about to address a golf ball. Before addressing the ball, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let your body relax and let your mind simply run free. Remember and try and focus on erasing all those thoughts and just focus on what you're feeling. To conclude this video, I just wanted to mention why I chose to discuss this topic. I personally believe if negative self-talk were to go unaddressed, it could lead to a serious problem down the road. A problem which could form is a negative bias could be stated. A negative bias could be formed as these individuals are putting too much psychological weight on the bad experiences instead of the good ones. Through the use of self-analysis and positive self-talk, we can boost our self-confidence, ensuring we are able to confidently hit each golf shot. I hope that you enjoyed this presentation and coaching seminar. I hope it was very instructional and helpful for you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave it in the comment section.